All right, let's go ahead and get started. I got liquid white. You can probably see it in the camera shining. There's nothing down in here. This is acrylic. This is going to be a little bridge. I think I'll put it in. Not 100% sure, but I think so. Anyways, let's go ahead. This sky is very clear today. I'm just going to use a 1-inch brush. And I'm going to just place in some colors. I'm mixing some phthalo blue and some white. The sky is really clear. I got a picture. And of course I won't follow it exactly because we rarely do, but it gives you a good idea of what you want to paint. I'm going to blend this with a 2-inch brush here in a minute. I'm going to take some Prussian blue. Darken up the corner and along the top. The picture, it looks like a park. That's what we're going to do today. It looks like some kind of a park. Let me get a 2-inch brush and let's just smoosh that all together. Let's make sure it's clean. Let's do some crisscross strokes. There's going to be a big tree right here. You're probably not even going to see much of the sky, but I just had to put it in. Because you can see through the tree more than likely. Now this part of the sky you can see, but this part here, yeah, it's just for me basically, because I'm not sure you'll be able to see much at all of it. Let's take a look here. Maybe this corner needs to be a little darker right here. See if that did anything. I just wanted a little darker. Just wasn't dark enough. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad. See how easy that was? That was simple. We're going to have trees right in here. That's why I didn't want to bring this all the way down. Let's go ahead and take some black, some sap green. There's trees all down through here. There's trees in front of these trees. These are just the trees we're starting with right here. Let's go ahead and just throw some color in here. This will pretty much all be dark. Like I said, I could put these branches on this tree and afterwards, after I get the collar down. Wouldn't have hurt a thing. Okay, this tree's in front of that tree. Let's go ahead and do some of this. Black, sap green, you gotta have some darkness. Got to have a little bit of darkness. I'll have to go over some of these branches again. Black and sap green. And we're going to come down. See, there's a tree right here. Got to come down a little further. I'll bring this one down a little further. And that's probably far enough, I'm going to have to say. Wipe this off. Okay, so let's get some colors. Let's get a mid-tone here. Let's take some yellow ochre and some green. We want the sun to be coming down this way today, from the upper left down to the right. Yellow ochre, sap green. This is just a mid-tone color. We're just trying to pull some shapes out of this tree. That's all we're doing. Yellow ochre, sap green. Just trying to pull out some shapes. Take a little cad yellow. Take some cad yellow, mix it with the little yellow ochre. Just for an extra color. Wipe it off. All right, before I go any further, I just went ahead and threw some background stuff in. That's all this is, just colors. I took a shop towel, blotted it. Remember, there's a big tree. It's actually going to come clear over to here. Maybe in here. I mean, this whole thing is a big tree right here. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw some grass in. I think I need to do that. I really do. So that's what we're gonna do. At least right in here. Let's take some yellow, sap green, yellow ochre. I'm just gonna throw, I gotta have something here. This is a little out of order, but you know what? It's okay. It'll be all right. So I'm just going to throw some stuff in here, and I'm going to put some dark colors right there. Let's see here. Let's take some color. This is grass back in here too. Right up under this bridge. Let's see, we'll throw some right in here. I don't think you'll see it, but gotta have something there anyway. Let's jump over here. And I'm doing this grass a little different than I normally do too. I'm not sure why. I guess because there's not much of it. Cad yellow, yellow ochre, green. I'll probably go over this grass again. Time it's all said and done, I'm just kind of wanting to get something in here. Let's take a little Prussian blue, sap green. Let's darken this up right in here. Don't hurt to change the way you do stuff sometimes, does it? Hope not anyway. Yeah, I'll probably go over this again. But I just wanted it in here. Just to make myself happy. Let's put a little dark color there. Maybe there, maybe there. Okay, let me fill in that spot there. I'm just going to take some burnt sienna, black, green. Just put something in here. Got a big tree right here too. But I gotta have something on the canvas. Let's take a shop towel and blot that, because it's a pretty good one. I'm going to use raw umber to make the branches. From what I can see, it looks like it comes all the way down here to this water line. And it goes, okay, I'll just take it all the way out of the picture. How's that? Just take it all the way out of the picture. It's pretty wide too. It's probably yay wide, so to speak. Got branches shooting off here and there. More branches. They're kind of gnarly, kind of crooked. Okay, you got a branch coming off here, going all the way down through here. All right, let's go ahead and put our water in. I went over this bridge again because I was losing it, losing my previous bridge because I've had so much paint on here. We're not done with it, but let's go ahead. Let's just get some color on the canvas for today. Let's go ahead and work on this down here. I'm going to take some phthalo blue. Let's see what this brush is dirty. There is no liquid white or anything down in here. Okay, it needs to be lightened up. Just add a little white to it. Now we have got to put some color on the canvas today, and this is about all we need to do for right now. I may let this sit overnight. More than likely I will. And we'll have to touch up some of these areas that we're getting stuff on. That's just part of painting, no big deal. Let's get some more phthalo blue. And we're just going to run it down in here. I want it to start getting a little darker over in here. I just threw a little Prussian blue in it. Might even take a little black. Okay, we're going to put the water down, then we're going to put our reflections in it. Okay, let's go ahead and jump over here. Whoa, that's a bright color, isn't it? Let's dull that down. Let's put a little white in it. Okay, coming toward the bottom, let's make it darker. A little black, a little Prussian blue, especially in this corner. See, we have to scrub it because we don't have any liquid white or anything down here, and that's fine with me. I don't care. Don't bother me to scrub it at all. I'm one of them kind of people. I think I'll put some color on this tree a little bit. I think I'm going to put some kind of land down here at the bottom. I think it might be what it needs. I just don't like how the bottom area is looking. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take some cad yellow light. It's got some green mixed in it. This brush is actually fairly dirty. And for today, just to get finished putting color down, I'm going to let this sit and dry overnight. This is what I'm going to do. And tomorrow I'll figure out what else to do. Sometimes it takes a day or two, you know. Come in tomorrow with a fresh set of eyes and see what I need to do with it. Because it does help sometimes. Just wait a day. If you're having trouble with something, wait a day, come back the next day and look at it, and you can see things a little differently. That is the truth. This is Prussian blue and green I mixed together right here. It's kind of close up. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I just want to put some land in, see how it's going to look. If I don't like it, I'll get rid of it. It's only, there's only one way to find out if something looks good, man, and that's just to go ahead and do it. If you don't like it, just fix it. Before your paint dries, that is. If you don't like it, just fix it. Because if you don't, you always wished you had have. I think that's probably good for today. Until I figure out what I'm going to do with this. I mean, that almost don't look too bad. I think that looks better just with that than without it. If I did nothing else to it, I think that looks better. All right, let's go ahead. Let's put some darkness on this tree. Let's put some dark leaves on here. Let's just see what we need. I'm gonna take some black Prussian blue, sap green. And we're just gonna flip these leaves in. It's gonna take a while to do. This is a big tree. Black, Prussian blue, sap green. You always gotta have darkness before you put your highlights on. And that's what we're doing. I'm just flipping them in. That's what I call it. Comma strokes. Big ones, big brush. This is number 4 round. I'm using a big brush so I can cover more ground. And you just put them where you think you'll need them. And I put a little bit of more color on this tree right here, just spruced it up a little bit. It'll probably mix with some of these colors that I'm putting on here. But that's just how it goes. It's okay. We'll get it. We'll fix it up. Yeah, this painting's starting to look a little bit better. I was kind of worried about to start with, but I think it's improving as we're going along. It just takes time. Just takes time to get it right. Black, Prussian blue, sap green. Remember, your highlights are going to go on top of what we're doing right here. Let me see how wet this is. This is the next day. I let this sit overnight. This might be... I may have to let that... I'm going to let this area sit for another day. But we can work on other things. This might be okay, or maybe not. I don't know. It's pretty wet underneath right there. I may have to let that set too. But at least we got some of these leaves on here. We'll have to do this a little bit later. And I'm putting another tree in the left foreground up here. You probably can't see it. But we'll just, let me put a few more dark leaves in here. We'll just work where we can. If there's areas we can't work in, we just won't work in those areas. We'll just work where we can work. I think it's a little wet down here to be messing around today. So I'm gonna let that set for another day. Let's go ahead, since we're working on this, let's go ahead and put a mid-tone color in. I'm using yellow ochre with sap green. And I'm basically just kind of going over some of this that I just did. This is a mid-tone color. I hope you can see it. See it on camera pretty well. It's a mid-tone. Yellow ochre, sap green. And we just put these dark leaves in, so this is really wet, but that's okay. This is our mid-tone color. And I kind of have to turn my brush sideways because I'm losing, to keep the color flowing basically. Let's see, what am I doing here? Okay, lost my train of thought. Happens, don't it? And I still got this big brush. Now when we put our regular highlights on, which will be cad yellow, maybe some yellow ochre mixed, I will get a smaller brush. I'm just doing this to speed the process up. I got a big, like I said, this is number 4. This is a big brush. But the sun is coming down from the upper left down. That's what we determined a long time ago. So that's not too bad right there. All right, let's go ahead and get ready to finish up. Let's go ahead and put some highlights. This is the next day. I put these leaves on there yesterday. I'm going to take some yellow ochre, mix it with some cad yellow light. And we are going to put some highlights on here. Let's just start over in here, I guess. Sun's coming down from the upper left. We're just going to be real careful and just put highlights where we think we need them. This paint is still wet underneath, and that's okay. We don't care about that. Get up in here. Let's wipe our brush off. I got my towel sitting in a weird spot. My paper towels, that is. And we're just going to keep working our way down. Like I said, just wherever you think it might need some highlights, just throw them in. Paint's still wet, so it'll blend. Don't have no problem with that. It'll definitely blend. And we're just going to keep on doing this. I think that looks okay for now. We're just going to mess with it until we get it the way we want it, like we always do. I'll tell you what, let's throw a few here and there over in here also. We don't want to just... Let's throw some more up in here. I'm trying to stay away from this area here for now because I'm not sure you can see it, because I'm real close to the top of the painting. Let's throw a few up in here. More colors the better in most cases. Just wipe our brush off. I won't make you watch me do all this, but you get the idea. We're just throwing highlights on. Just use your imagination wherever you think it needs it. That's all you really got to do. We'll stand back here in a minute and take a look. Still got to do this area here. That is real wet there. I'll go ahead and tell you that. That is wet. All right, I'm just going to keep plugging along here. And I will, this probably might be the end of what we're going to do. This might be it. Okay, and we'll keep plugging along. All right, folks, that looks like a wrap. I think it turned out pretty good. It's supposed to be a park. That's kind of what it looks like. Hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe for more future videos. Thanks for watching.